Well, hello true Mexico friends, this is Paul, an English guy, showing you Mexico through my eyes, and today I'm going to try 5 Mexican desserts that the locals here in Mexico absolutely love. Now, to be clear, I'm not talking about fancy desserts from hipster hangouts, nothing like that, because this is true Mexico. What I'm talking about are the most common desserts that you see around you, even on the streets, in daily Mexican life. So, the first must-try Mexican dessert that locals love is, of course, ice cream. Now you may be thinking, well, there's ice cream all over the world, right? This is true, but not all ice cream is made equal. And I do think that in many countries in the world, people are used to artificial flavors. And if they are buying 100% natural, that is something special and expensive. Well, let me tell you, not in Mexico. Natural is the norm. Pretty much anyone in society can randomly pick up from the street at a good price 100% natural, delicious ice cream. Also, there is something very charming about buying ice cream from the sunny streets here in Mexico. What's going on behind me is such a common scene and is without doubt part of Mexican street culture. And check this out, obviously I couldn't resist. This is 100% lime flavored, as we say in English, or limon, as the Mexicans would say. It's so refreshing, and you know, as an English guy here, I often smile to myself when I'm walking in the warm Mexican sun, eating ice cream with vibrant colours all around me, because as I think you know, November in the UK is very different to November in Mexico City. And the next must-try Mexican dessert that locals love are churros. Now, I know these don't originate in Mexico, but I'm sure the Mexican version of them is way better than anywhere else in the world. And to be honest, nothing feels more Mexican than picking up some churros on a lazy Sunday afternoon visit to the park. Locals absolutely love them. You see people selling them on the street all over the place, and many cafes specialize in serving up churros with hot chocolate. Just close to where I'm standing right now is one of the newer branches of El Morro, which dates back to 1935. It's one of the more famous spots to indulge in these sugary delights. And you can see how popular this place is. It's totally full and the line is massive. And check this out, what a beautiful specimen of a freshly made churro. I've had a bite and it really is so good. But now it's time to make the money shot by combining it with cajeta. What a beauty this is. You gotta try these if you haven't already. Delicious. And the next must-try Mexican dessert that locals love are called Gorditas de nata. And I really don't know what to call them in English, but I'm going to call them clotted cream biscuits. And as you walk around the streets of Mexico, you will see stands cooking these little delights. Although, to be honest, before you see them with your eyes, your nose will have already detected the smell and your sweet tooth will be saying to you, go on, you know you want to. And usually, Gorditas de nata are in a round shape, although the ones I found today are also selling them in a empanada kind of shape. They also often come in different fillings, such as cajeta, like I had with the churros, jam, chocolate spread, and lots more. And check this out, I went for the empanada type shape with a slightly different filling. He told me there is a kind of Mexican flan inside. So I thought, why not mix 2 desserts together? And yeah, this tastes great. And for sure, Gorditas de nata is a dessert that the locals love here. And the next must-try Mexican dessert that locals love is this. This is what is known in Mexico as plátano macho frito. In English, fried plantains. And you know, Mexicans really love this dessert. And here in Mexico City, you will walk past many street stands frying plantains in litres of oil. It's a really common sight here. Now, I'm not sure how it works in other parts of Mexico. Maybe some of you can leave comments below. But here in Mexico City, the most common topping offered is a healthy dose of cream, followed by la lechera, which is sweetened condensed milk in English, with spoons of strawberry jam on top. It's heart attack food to the max, but the taste, at least for me, is delicious. And check this out. Okay, let's be honest, whilst I walked here, a lot of its original beauty was lost, but it's still looking pretty tasty, right? And by the way, so many times when I show food in my videos, many of you who are Mexican watching tell me, Tio Paul, that's what Mexico City people do. That's not everywhere in Mexico. So yeah, please do tell me in the comments the most common way you eat plátano macho frito wherever you are in Mexico. Anyway, back to business. Let's do a taste test of this Mexican dessert delight. Yeah, of course it's good. And the next must-try Mexican dessert is one which, to be honest, probably wouldn't be on this list if I wasn't from England. What am I talking about? I'm talking about pastas. Not the savoury flavoured ones, but the ones filled with sweet flavoured goodness. Now, if you don't know, Mexico and the UK have this interesting piece of shared history together because in the 19th century, miners from an area in the UK called Cornwall came to seek their fortune in an area of Mexico called Hidalgo, which was full of silver. The miners brought with them their local dish, pasties, as we call them in England. And as they say, the rest is history. Hidalgo is now known as the pastas capital of Mexico, and there is lots of Mexican-British pasty diplomacy. Here is a photo of Prince Charles in Hidalgo eating pastas. And in Mexico, you do see lots of Mexicans enjoying pastas, such as at the place behind me here called Kiko's, which is a famous chain of Hidalgo pastas. And it's pretty cool to see the logo being a miner, and on the wall it explains all about this fascinating piece of shared history between Mexico and the UK. Now, as an English guy, I do love to grab myself a pasty every now and again. And as a Mexico lover, it's awesome that I can eat them here in Mexico with Mexican style fillings. And something they do here that is far less common in the UK is eat sweet style pastas as a dessert. Sweet pastas here can be filled with Mexican treats such as arroz con leche, pineapple marmalade, and of course my favourite, cajeta with nuts. And I know this isn't the most famous dessert here in Mexico, but many Mexicans do love it, and it is a must try. And check this out, I wasn't going to leave without showing you. I'm an English guy walking the streets of Mexico, feeling at home, holding a pasty. And just look at the delicious cajeta with nuts. It's a Mexico-UK food fusion, so I'm obviously a fan. Changing subject, what can I see just over there, everyone? Is that Val Kilmer, the Iceman? Yeah, sorry about that joke, just couldn't help it. I do apologise. You can even see a real Iceman in Mexico City. You just gotta love it. Anyway, to finish off today, I just want to say that there are loads more must-try desserts in Mexico. This is one of the food capitals of the world after all. I just told you a few of my favourites, but there is really too much. You have desserts like arroz con leche, all the different flans, you have Mexican style meringues, you have all the different jellies, and there is of course tres leches cake. The list goes on and on. Okay everyone, I hope you have easy access to a dessert right now because I'm sure I've awakened your sweet tooth. So if you did enjoy that, please give this video a like and all that good stuff. You can support me on Patreon with a donation. The link is below. And thank you to all my patrons. And if this is your first time here, why not click on one of my videos on the screen there and subscribe. So I'm Paul, this is True Mexico. Hasta luego.